Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Peace, love, and positivity to you. My name is Sohum, and today I'll be giving a first-time reaction to heavy rock slash metal group Silverstein. I've never heard of these guys before, so super excited to be checking them out today. And many of you guys may not know this, but I am a metal fan through and through. That's pretty much the genre that I started my musical career on. And, over the years, we've kind of meandered all over the place. But anytime we get to go back to metal, it is a very familiar place for me. It is a very exciting place to return to. And, it just is what it is. Like, that is a big formative part of my musical listening career. I know a lot of people, they have their own opinions on metal, and that's why we're here. We're here to share our music that we love and have different opinions on it. But it is funny because you'll look at my channel and you'll see all of the different kinds of music that I listen to, and you might hardly believe that I'm a metal listener, but here we are. So like I said, super excited to check these songs out today. But before we do, a massive thank you goes to Connor for making this reaction request and for bringing Silverstein to the channel for the very first time. And Connor actually very graciously dedicated this one to his kids, which I think is awesome because, my parents had very different music tastes than I growing up. So all of the metal music I was listening to, I never really got a chance to connect with my parents through that medium. That kind of music was less than acceptable. But, many years later, things have changed and music is the main thing that keeps me going. Anyways, guys, let's jump into this. This is your sword versus my dagger. Definitely trade-offs between the weaponry. You got the bulk and the power versus the agility. It's a fast 4/4 feel. Okay. Oh wow. That is a catchy chorus. Great riffs throughout. That's a good melody. I love the harsh vocals, man. And it's funny because I will tell people, I am the kind of music listener who I could just wake up at 6 a.m. and just immediately put on hardcore metal music. And then people will look at me in disbelief, you're crazy. How on earth are you listening to metal music? But it just works for me. And lo and behold, right now, pretty much an hour after waking up, I am listening to the likes of Silverstein. It is a lot of fun for me. I don't know if that makes me weird. Probably does, but I'm okay with that. I'll live with it. And before we jump into it, as I'm listening to Silverstein here, I am reminded of several bands that have taken refuge in various places in my heart. The likes of August Burns Red, Bullet for My Valentine, Bayside, A Day to Remember, Asking Alexandria. I'm picking up notes of all of those groups in this listen. That is such a catchy section. Wow. I just noticed that in this section, we're counting it in 3, so you could say it's a 6/8 section instead of 4/4, which we had at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a faster 6/8. Oh, I like that drum beat. Oh, keep the drum beat cooking. Let the other instrumentation drop out a little bit. Oh, you hear the crunch. We are in the depths, baby. This is such a banger to start my day on. Love this melody. Okay. He ripped his vocals apart for a moment, then back into the cleans. Dude, this song is gonna fit very neatly into my playlists, just smack dab right in the middle of, all of the different bands that I mentioned, and I'm sure a few others. Like, for a very brief moment, I thought of Bless the Fall, and maybe for an even briefer moment, I was reminded of Avenged Sevenfold's first album, Waking the Fallen, because I feel like some of the vocal production, like I mentioned, feels very raw, and that is like such a familiar sound to me when it comes to like very late 90s, early 2000s, like hardcore metal or post-hardcore metalcore, whatever you really want to call those subgenres. They kind of bleed into one another, but I remember like discovering Avenged Sevenfold, finding more of their mainstream stuff in their self-titled album and like Nightmare, and then going back to Waking the Fallen and being like, dude, what is this? This is not at all what I was prepared for. And that was sort of my journey of discovering that sound. And then since then, I've, listened to all kinds of music. I feel like what most quickly maps on to what we heard with Your Sword versus My Dagger is actually Bayside with a hint of maybe a hint of who does that kind of melody the most? I think August Burns Red is a little bit heavier than this. Maybe some like acoustic or stripped down Asking Alexandria, but then you have to like account for the accents, and that's hard to imitate. I would probably say this is more a combination of Bayside, maybe Bullet for My Valentine, but if you guys have a better way to kind of characterize Silverstein's sound, let me know. But, all things considered, I'm only one song deep. Let's check out the next one here. This is I Am the Arsonist. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, I like that riff. More August Burns Red energy in this. I immediately am down for this. Great opening into the chorus. Oh, listen to the melodic movement there. Da, da, da. Oh, did I not rewind it? That's okay. It'll come up again. Oh, I love dude. It gets me in my body so quickly. Perfect for my gym playlist. Yeah, dude. I am down for this. Listen to the feel in that chugging there. Dude, the bass side is like just routinely popping up in my mind as I hear this. How simple. I feel like I've heard this breakdown before. The squealies, dude. Come on, man. Break it all down. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, I love that. It's a perfect mix of great melody and chaos. This is why we listen to metal music, ladies and gentlemen. And specifically, I think the genre of metalcore, post-hardcore makes the most sense for this. Because it's not the most screamo song. It's not the most metalcore ballad song. It really hits that kind of sweet spot between emo vulnerability and that hardcore aggression. A lot of really fun like riffs throughout. I feel like this would just be a really fun song to kind of pick up and add to your arsenal as a fan of metal guitar, because you can have fun in the lead section if you decide to solo over everything, or you can have fun in the rhythms because the riffs are just that juicy. And you can even think you can add a second guitar to the rhythm section to do a dual guitar kind of thing and add an extra layer of harmony. I feel like this song has just such great bones. You could take it a number of different directions if you were to cover this track again or re-envision it with potentially different instrumentation, but retaining a lot of that melodic core and aggressive vocal delivery. Yeah, I really just love the way that the guitars sound in this mix. There's moments where the production really almost feels like it's about to fall apart, and you can hear literally the reverberation of the electric guitar sound through the amps. So satisfying, and maybe something similar can be said about the vocals. I literally felt like he was screaming in my ears at certain moments, which, yeah, if we like metal, if we like screamo, that's just going to be dopamine city. I like how catchy this song was too, because I feel like sometimes when you're trying to like make your name in the metal world, a lot of the structures of songs can be very similar, where you have to kind of set yourself apart is going to be in those melodies. And if you can make a damn good hook, a really catchy melody, that's gonna do a lot in terms of pushing you over into more of the mainstream metal names. So I don't know how much, let's say, name recognition Silverstein gets in that world, because I think loosely, now that I think back to some of my like Spotify recommendations, when I was listening to the likes of like A Day to Remember, August Burns Red, Asking Alexandria, Bless the Fall, all the ones I listed and then some, if you go to that specific artist's radio or just related songs, Silverstein, this name I think would pop up a couple times, and I probably just ended up skipping over it a lot because I had assumed, now it's like coming back to me, I had assumed that it was some kind of German rock, German metal, and I, at the time, hadn't been listening to much German music. Now, since like my earlier, just since like 3 years ago, I've been listening to all kinds of music, and German metal has been a part of that. Like, think of Rammstein as your most obvious example. So, I think I was a bit closed off to the band's name, weirdly enough, but I'm so glad that despite it taking as long as it did, we are here. I'm definitely down to do all the Silverstein reactions you'd like from me on the channel. So if you're interested in sending more Silverstein my way, please use the first link in the description box below. And as always, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.